Here are 5 AI jobs that don't require coding. Number 1 is AI content specialist, which uses AI to manage, edit, or create content. Traditionally, you would need a writing background for this, but with so many people who are becoming content creators and have become good at marketing themselves and gaining a following, they're getting jobs too. And my prediction, as we move forward, you'll see more content creators without that traditional writing background picking up these jobs. So if you're not familiar with content creation at all, start playing with it now. You're looking at a salary range between $80,000 and $100,000 a year. Number 2 is AI prompt engineers. Now, admittedly, this job is starting to get gobbled up under many different titles now, like content specialists and trainers, but it's still an important job and companies value someone with prompt engineering skills. Prompt engineering is using specific steps and instructions when asking AI for a series of tasks to get the best results. You don't always have to code, but like I said earlier, this job can mean a lot of things and that could be technical. So you could be in charge of streamlining chatbots, or you could be the person who needs to know how to code. This one's a little tricky because depending on the job title, you could be making an entry-level customer service salary, or you could be making over 200K. Just depends on what your job title is and your level of skill. Number 3 is AI product managers. So this position doesn't necessarily require coding, but it is technical. And depending on the company and the product, they may want someone with a coding background. Please don't hold it against me if I accidentally say project manager instead of product manager. I get them twisted up constantly. But for what we're talking about for number 3 is product managers. Speaking of, similar to a project manager, a product manager is responsible for overseeing life cycles, but the differences here is that you will be creating and implementing products that will make your clients' lives easier. Now, a data science and an engineering background is definitely helpful, right? But I'm going to be real with you, just based on my experience from working at different companies. This position is all about who you know. I've worked with so many people who didn't have a previous prod background and they're product managers, but they hung out with the right people. I guess that's how it is with just about anything, though, right? But if you believe this to be your path, start looking at different job descriptions for a product manager and look at what platforms are being used right now and look for those trends. Also, go through Reddit threads and see what platforms they're talking about. And then you can go to Glassdoor, look at different interviews at different companies for product managers, and look at what type of platforms they're talking about. Once you see that trend, get on YouTube and see if you can find a couple free tutorials, or get on Udemy and pay a few dollars for a course. But you'll want to do this because you'll want to get some familiarity with some of these platforms so that, of course, you can pass the interview. And then if there's an evaluation, you can pass that as well. So the whole purpose of doing this is to look for different patterns to see what's popular right now and what you need to be in tune with. See? Patterns. You'll be looking for those when you become a product manager. Now, yes, product managers can make up to $250,000 with bonuses and sometimes even more, but that's not the norm. The norm is between $150,000 to $180,000 a year on average. Number 4 is AI trainers, and it's just how it sounds. You would be training AI to answer prompts more accurately and efficiently. I really don't see this going away anytime soon because there are so many questions that still need to be asked, and there are so many ways to ask them, especially since AI wants to be more emotionally intelligent. Good writing skills and data analytics are key here, but I will tell you, out of the other positions that I'm talking about right now, this one generally pays the lowest. But don't write it off. Keep in mind that even though some of these positions may not pay as much as a product manager or project manager, you can still earn plenty of income so that you can get knowledge and certifications. This could be a gateway into other positions that are going to pay more. The salary for an AI trainer is between $50,000 a year and $90,000 a year. Last is number 5, and that's AI project managers. Project managers are pretty in demand right now, which is why you see all of these project managers trying to get certifications. They're clamoring for them. And AI is no different. So think of yourself as a liaison between multiple teams. I'm making it sound so simple, but it's not. In this role, you need to have a good understanding, or at least a high level understanding of a bunch of different teams' roles and their titles and what their duties are. You need to be able to speak to them. The reason you need to know so much about all of these different roles and departments is because you'll be overseeing the life cycle of various projects, and you're going to have to speak to different people and answer sometimes technical questions, client experience questions, customer service questions, just questions all over the board. This job requires a lot of people management. I personally call it babysitting. You do make good money though, but it can be stressful. The reason why it can be stressful, well, one of the main reasons why it can be stressful is because deadlines are constantly shifting and you have to manage expectations with some very important people. Not meeting deadlines means losing revenue, and unfortunately, you'll be the face of all of it because you're the main point of contact, even if the issue is not your fault. I'm saying that to keep it real, not to scare anyone. That's just the job. Now, if you have a PMP certification, which is a project management professional certification, that will definitely be helpful for you. The salary range for a project manager is between 100K and 180K per year. Let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe for more.